now. And I just wanted to do a post workout video just briefly. It was so great. I enjoyed working out tremendously. I enjoyed it so much. Um, Worked out for 1 hour um, and then stretched for about 5 minutes afterwards. It was so super, super, super awesome and fantastic. I'm about to, wash up and everything for the night, but it's been wonderful. And now that I began working out, I feel ready to continue working out on a regular basis. So that is awesome and fantastic. Um, so I'm gonna sing in um, briefly. CC Winans, Fill My Cup. Fill my cup, Lord. I lift it up, Lord. Come and quench this thirsting in my soul. Bread from heaven, feed me until I want no more. Fill my cup, fill it up, and make me whole. So this is where we are. May God bless you guys richly. We are on day 36. I have lost 20 pounds as of day 36 raw. And yesterday I had my first bowl of raw oats. I mentioned that I was going to have them, and so I had them. And I also mentioned that I was going to buy some sprouted organic oats, and so I did. And I'll do a video going over the nutrition of that another time. But I did. I got my sprouted oats um, yesterday. Um, I'm excited to go ahead and, do low carb in a very unconventional way. And it might even be closer to carb cycling and intuitive eating. But I have permanent removed for the time being, which is several months ahead. I have permanently removed um, maple syrup, date syrup, things of that nature, which is what I was consuming a lot of, especially the maple. Once I kicked the maple out, I was good because I did kick maple out after about 10 days raw. And then I brought it back in around day 24 or 25. And it's been out again for sure since the 1st of September. And I just was using it for every drink I made and putting it in coffee because I did have some coffee while raw on my first 30 days. I haven't had coffee at this point probably for about 5 or 6 days. Um, I'm working on my UTI health, and caffeine just doesn't go along with that. So that's, pretty much why. Because I do like coffee, and I will and would make exception for coffee, but not at the risk of having discomfort in my body. I'm doing a UTI cleanse, a lot of cranberry juice and water right now, um, which is really working wonderful. But I will say this. I'm not a legalistic person when it comes to anything that I'm trying to do with this dieting because I want to keep it going. I don't want to feel burnt out. I did mention that I'll be intermittent fasting, and I did do it for a couple of days, and I did not keep doing it. I'm like, I'm hungry. I'm already restricted with what I can eat. Let's take it a step at a time. Let's work on a modification at a time. I felt overwhelmed with intermittent fasting after a couple of days. I wanted to have my whatever in the morning, whatever in the afternoon, and whenever I can have dinner. Now, I've pretty much been eating salads every day, and today I had a green smoothie the Goodbye Lupus smoothie by Dr. Goldberg. Um, I had that today, and I had a really nice, plentiful salad that was low carb. Um, I'm no longer having dried fruit because the dried fruit is kind of heavy carbs and sugary for no reason. And I haven't been eating nuts, but I've been eating seeds. Um, I'm just gonna use good judgment and keep fitness in my journey ahead. I was telling my mom today that, it's not that I'll never have a sweet again or have anything like pie or anything like that. The difference about me and all those sorts of treats that I really do love and enjoy, which I will have again, is that I will make them in the future. And I will use wholesome, clean ingredients as well. And I will also be going the less sugar route and not just piling it on, the sugar just because I have this sugar issue. Once you do a certain thing long enough, your sugar or whatever you have going on, whether it's sugar, excessive food, I wouldn't mind working on the quantities of my food being reduced. Even though it's just salad, I would not mind working on the quantities that I'm eating. As I said, one thing at a time. Sugar is out. I'm eating a much higher carb diet. I'm sorry, a much higher protein and lower carb diet than before. Just the removal of those cranberries and the removal of maple and the removal of date syrup. Those things alone shrink my carbohydrate intake tremendously. But I did have the Goldberg smoothie, the Goodbye Lupus smoothie by Dr. Goldberg, and that does contain bananas. So it was 60, it was 369, 246. So it was actually 96 ounces divided by three people, so 32 ounces each. So we split four bananas in that manner. So I probably had about 40 or 50 carbs in that smoothie because it also had two apples in it. Um, I'm thinking around 40 carbs. That's really the boatload of my carbs, though, that I had this morning. After that, I did have one of my rather larger salads with olives and arugula as my base, red onion. Um, I had some, I want to say cherry tomatoes, but I don't think so. I had pineapple on my salad, and that, of course, is carby. That was probably about 17, 15 carbs. The pineapple, I cut them in pieces. Um, I probably had about 60 carbs today, and that's being very generous. Um, I believe that that's fine. I believe that's good. And there'll be some days where, my choices become, different than what they are today. But what won't change is my stride to success, my stride to a better place, and into the place of having the results I'm looking for. And this is not just about, like I said from day one, about weight loss, but I do want to make a conscious effort to make good choices so that what I believe is a byproduct of good health is weight loss. And I feel like if you're not losing weight while raw, then you should make adjustments unless you're underweight and your goal is to eat more to gain. Then that's a rare situation in this country. Most people in this country are overweight. So I say that to say that you can definitely gain weight eating raw. Just eat a bunch of nuts and seeds in excess and guacamole in excess, and then turn around and have tons and tons of sugary syrups. You will gain weight in no time. But I'm recommending for me to keep modifying and do it gracefully. Don't do it as if it's a legalistic situation. I guess I'm just repeating myself a little bit, but the main thing is I don't like the sense of feeling like I need to be under some lock and key, because things change. But I won't change, though, is proceeding in the direction of success And if I see something, if I see a weak spot, I'm going to run to that weak spot and provide aid and attention. And so right now, we've lowered the carbs tremendously. And also, we've added exercise. We're not intermittent fasting. And I do believe what we will do is work on the quantity, or if not the quantity, then I think what I'll probably start doing, because today all I ate was a plentiful salad and a smoothie. I think that's superb. Okay. But I did have a snack, which was seeds, and um, it was sunflower seeds and pepitas with olives. I had a snack of that today. Oh, Lord. I'm so sorry. It is a tiresome night. I had a snack. So I guess between the two, the one snack and the salad and the smoothie, I I had a nice day. I'm not hungry. I don't have any hunger. My mind have been drinking a lot of fluids. Um, so I'm doing just great when it comes to today's indulgence. So I'm pretty comfortable with the size of my salad. I'm pretty comfortable with, I would say I probably had about 4 cups of greens, and then, you know, a good amount of onions. The olive serving is 4 olives. So I probably had about 4, 8, 12, probably at least like probably 15 olives in my salad. So I probably had 10 servings of olives today. Because then I had the snack of olives. Now, I don't know if that's terrible or what, but to have 4 little olives is pretty meager. Maybe I should go back to getting. I think what I'll do is have my olives, have about 10 olives in a salad, and then I need to go back to also buying pickles, because pickles do not contain the same amount of fat as an olive. And I do want to be not concerned, but be mindful of just unnecessary loads of fat. Okay, so I'm gonna buy some pickles and olives, because if I have pickles and what I'm liking is that acidic taste, and you know how olives taste and stuff. Pickles and olive go hand in hand, so I think I need both to cut back on the fat of the intake of the fat from the olives. And that's just a good idea that I just thought of now, so I can, snack on an olive and some seeds. I'm sorry, snack on a pickle and some seeds instead of just snacking on olives in excess. I don't want olives to become my new peanut butter, okay? Because that's just, that's what could happen. So I'm just staying on top of what I see how I can tweak this and tweak that for the outcome I'm looking for. Um, I guess that kind of sums it up, just making baby steps. I'm not ready to shrink my salad size, just to confirm. I'm not ready to do that because I do believe that, I think it's the Hippocrates Institute, I believe it's called. The gentleman there, forgive me, I don't know his name exactly because I did see him on Gillian Berry's show. We all who watch Raw channels probably are very familiar with Gillian Berry, and I really do appreciate her content. It's very high quality, and she does some very great interviews. I really enjoy her content. But one thing that she had one show where she did interview the founder of the Hippocrates Institute, and he was saying that he starts his day with a green smoothie. It just occurred to me that the way I ate today is what seems to be what he usually does with his wife. I believe it's his wife. Yes. So he says he starts his day with a green smoothie. His green smoothie is fruit free. Nonetheless, I wouldn't mind having a fruit free smoothie either, just mind you. But I did have the Goodbye Lupus free smoothie that my mom made this morning. That smoothie is really, really a good smoothie, you know, just for overall health. But anyway, I wouldn't mind having one without fruit as well. I'm open to that without the banana. I'm very open to that. But anyway, he says he has a green smoothie, with cucumber sprouts and like some other greens and kale. And then also his very last and only meal that he actually eats is around noon, and it's a big, abundant salad with a plethora of sprouts. Um, so I'm going to be getting into sprouting some way, somehow. I bought these seeds for, they're not sprouts, but they're, what are those seeds called that I got? Do you remember?
Um,
Where are they?
they're like they're flower seeds. I don't know. They're
Do you know
surface
where,
seed
do you know where the bags are?
in the on that shelf in the great thing.
Oh, you didn't put them in here?
Not them in there outside. Out,
Oh, well, they're not here. They're not sprouts. They're, I can't think of them. They're like little, oh my gosh, I can't think of them. They very much so look like sprouts. But anyways, the Hippocrates Center founder, he does a green smoothie and then he follows up at noon with a large, plentiful salad with like 10 variations of sprouts. He seems to be a high consumer of sprouts. Apparently, he had this beautiful table full of sprouts. They look so good. And so pretty much, that's what he does. And he was like 73, and he was saying that his biological age is, I think he said 45, I believe he said. And so that's due to his diet. And I believe he's also someone that works out. He said he lifts weights. So, I found that to be interesting, very interesting to see somebody, kind of give their feedback on how he or they eat, so that it was him and his wife, to see how they eat so that they can have, longevity and feel good and things like that. Um, I really do enjoy eating the salad I eat. Why take away all pleasure, just for some kind of quick pound to shed off you. I rather start exercising like I did today and keep sugar out. If I want to have something sweet, like I mentioned, I had a little pineapple in my salad. That was great. I do allow myself watermelon as desired. That'll be a for sure thing. Um, as desired. I'm very open to, like I say, a non legalistic low carb journey. I just think getting moving is going to really save me a lot of issues. Just getting moving, getting in constant motion is really going to save me a lot of micromanaging on what I put in my mouth, even though I'm steadfast on the sugar thing, because that's like a real issue. But yeah, this is my first day working out. I just finished working out, so this is my post workout video, just sharing the good news. I did it on day 36. When I found out that I lost 20 pounds, that motivated me to get on out of here and work out today. Because I'm like, I know working out plus just being mindful of my choices and trying to stay positive, drinking my water, and just, nothing bad can come of that. That's only good things to come, you know? So that's it, you guys. I'm out of here. I'm going to sing CC Winans, and I will see you guys next time. In fact, I'm going to sing a different song by CC Winans. This is so funny. Not the whole thing, but just a piece. Alabaster Box. The room grew still as she made her way to Jesus. She stumbled through the tears that made her blind. Still on she came through the tears that flushed her face, until at last she knelt before his feet. And though she spoke no words, everything she said was heard as she poured her love for the master from her box of alabaster. And I come to pour my praise on him like oil from Mary's alabaster box. Don't be angry if I wash his feet with my tears and I dry them with my hair. You weren't there the night he found me. You did not feel what I felt when he wrapped his loving arms around me. And you don't know the cost of the oil in my alabaster box. I felt such shame, some spoken anger, heard folks whisper, there's no place here for her kind. Until the day when Jesus spoke to me and healed my soul with the wonder of his touch. So now I'm giving back to him all the praise he's worthy of. I've been forgiven, and that's why I love him so much. I come to pour my praise on him like oil from Mary's alabaster box. Do-do-do-do. Don't be angry if I wash his feet with my tears and I dry them with my hair. My hair. You weren't there the night Jesus found me. You did not feel what I felt when he wrapped his loving arms around me. And you don't know the cost of the oil. Oh, you don't know the cost of my praise. Hey, you don't know the cost of the oil in my alabaster box. Well, hey, I wasn't going to sing the whole song, but God is good. Thank you, Lord, for getting me through it and ministering it the way my heart felt it. All glory be to God, okay? For he is a good God, okay? Um, it's very interesting. I got to get off here now. I see Black Pope Clementine is saying it's late, Black Mama. Okay, yes, it's very late, and just thought I'd drop in here with a accountability live, as I always do, and I'll continue to do faithfully. This is Tori with Constant Motion. May God richly bless you. And you have a good evening now. Peace.